And to ring in the new year, ending in tragedy, 15 people dead, several others injured, all from a truck ramming into a crowd at a New Orleans party. A crash that has been labeled as an act of terrorism. Good evening, I'm Michael Rinker, and right now President Biden is giving remarks on the situation that unfolded early this morning in New Orleans, where that truck plowed through the people. Take a listen.
There you go. The law enforcement and intelligence community are continuing to look for any connections, associations, or co-conspirators. We have nothing additional to report at this time. The investigation is continuing to be active, and no one should jump to conclusions. I've directed my Attorney General, the FBI Director, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the head of the National Counterterrorism Center, and the intelligence community to work on this intensively until we have a full and complete information. And once we have that information, I will share that information as soon as we can confirm it. Additionally, we're tracking the explosion of a cyber truck outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. Law enforcement and the intelligence community are investigating this as well, including whether there's any possible connection with the attack in New Orleans. Thus far, there's nothing to report on that score at this time. I directed my team to make sure every resource is made available to federal, state, and local law enforcement to complete the investigation in New Orleans quickly and to make sure there's no remaining threat to the American people. And we'll support the people of New Orleans as they begin the hard work of healing. New Orleans is a place unlike any other place in the world. It's a city full of charm and joy. So many people around the world love New Orleans because of its history, its culture, and above all, its people. So I know, while this person committed a terrible assault on the city, the spirit of our New Orleans will never, never, never be defeated. It always will shine forth.
And as you hear President Biden, a lot is left to be answered about the incident that happened last night where 15 people were killed on Bourbon Street. Investigators say the driver rammed his pickup truck into the crowded area before being shot to death by police. Along with the deaths, more than 30 people are injured, and investigators have identified the suspect as Casualty Dindi Jabbar from Texas. He's an Army veteran, and the FBI is investigating the tragedy as an act of terrorism, but they do not believe that Jabbar worked alone. Dawson D'Amico has the latest.
What was supposed to be a night of celebration for the new year turned into a morning that will live in infamy for the city of New Orleans.
Today at approximately 3:15 a.m. Central Standard Time, an individual drove a pickup truck into a crowd on Bourbon Street in New Orleans, killing at least 10 individuals and injuring dozens more. After hitting the crowd, he exited the vehicle and fired upon local law enforcement. Law enforcement returned fire, and the subject was pronounced deceased at the scene.
42-year-old Samsud Dim Jabbar has been identified as the subject. He is a U.S.-born citizen from Texas. The pickup truck he was driving had an ISIS flag connected to the trailer hitch on the vehicle. The FBI is working to find out Jabbar's affiliation to the terrorist organization.
Weapons and potential improvised explosive devices, IEDs, were located in the subject's vehicle. Other potential IEDs were also located in the French Quarter.
The FBI is considering this as an act of terrorism and are working to find any possible associates of Jabbar. Louisiana Governor Jeff Landry has issued an emergency declaration for the city.
So again, that declaration will allow our federal, state, and local partners to bring all of the resources necessary to get this city safe. I have also ordered the mobilization of a military police company. I've asked General Freelou to mobilize a military police company to assist both New Orleans Police and LSP and the FBI.
In light of Wednesday morning's events, New Orleans officials are grateful for the work of the first responders and say they are set on bringing those responsible for this attack to justice.
I want to thank this unified team. We're leaning in. We will be relentless, and we will do everything that it takes to render real justice.
In this community, we work together. We don't point fingers. We don't blame. We go after the bad guys. Let it be clear that the full faith and credit of the United States and every agency therein is on the ground working. And for those who may have played a role in this horrific act of cowardice, we will find you.
And Alabama's already speaking out on the tragedy and its investigation. U.S. Senator and Wiregrass native Katie Britt already sharing her thoughts on the case, calling the attack an act of unbridled evil. Britt goes on to say that the American people deserve transparency and accountability as the pursuit of justice proceeds. As ranking member of the Senate Homeland Security Appropriations Committee, I have requested a formal briefing from DHS and FBI and that a briefing be made available to all senators. Britt's also pushing for Trump's national security team to be put in place without delay there in New Orleans. And stay with WDHN News. This investigation is still ongoing and more developments happen. We will continue to bring them to you with the latest coming on air and online at WDHN.com.